Hello my friends, we are about to dive into episode 8 of A Place for the Universe. My throat is a little tired. I just finished recording Laid Back Camp and an NF music video reaction, or song reaction. So my voice hurts a little bit. I might not be doing too much talking in this particular episode. But we are about to dive into episode 8, titled Howling, Maddening, Screaming. It's very specific. So, we reached the beautiful halfway point where the characters are about to dive into a crazy fun adventure. They've reached the point where they're about to leave for Antarctica on the ship. I'm sure someone will get seasick and some other things like that. Interesting enough, I wasn't on a big ship like that, but I was on a small ship. And when I was standing outside and walking around, I was fine. But the minute I sat down inside, I felt really, really ill. So for me, sitting down inside is not good. Being outside, standing, I felt way, way better. But they're about to dive into a amazing, amazing time. And probably just like with Laid Back Camp's previous season, episode 8, it's going to be kind of a continuation of the previous episode, the halfway mark of the season, and then we're going to get into kind of the final arc of the season. And even Crunchyroll labels, I'm watching on Crunchyroll by the way, labels the next episode at the beginning of the Blizzard arc. So it's funny how they actually are naming the arc. So it's kind of, I'm sure most short seasons like this are very similar, is where it's kind of structured of like build up, a cool cute halfway mark for character wise or whatever, kind of like okay, we reached a certain point, and then boom, last 5 episodes are part of like a new complete arc that will kind of really reach the end. And maybe the arc will be a few episodes, and then the last 2 episodes would be kind of a cleanup of the rest of the series. It really depends on how it goes. But it is kind of interesting that in terms of arcs or storylines, there is a formula, which makes sense, to how you should run out your season. But at the same time, it doesn't mean that it doesn't make the show predictable. It doesn't mean that we know what's going to happen with the characters, what's going to happen plot-wise. It just means, okay, we've reached the halfway point, we're going to kind of bring that to an end. We've kind of brought an end, last episode brought an end to kind of what we saw them deal with, or even in episode 6 kind of brought an end to what they have to deal with the first half of the season. Now we're dealing with the second half. They're going to be arriving, and now they're going to deal with a whole bunch of new problems, whether it's interpersonal problems or, in this case of this show, environmental problems. Because we have a lot of internal angst. So the antagonists in the show are a little bit themselves in some degree of against, like, they are their own antagonists, like each individual for one reason or another. And then of course they're also, I'm assuming with the Blizzard arc, they're also going to be dealing with the external antagonist, which is the weather, the environment. And then what's very difficult about the weather being an antagonist is that you can't do anything about it. The weather's gonna weather, you know? There's a really good book I read in elementary school, maybe, or middle school. It's called The Hatchet. Actually, I even saw the movie of it, and the whole story is about a young man. I think he crashes in a plane, and so his fight is for survival. So his antagonist is the weather, is the environment, and you can't really beat the environment and the weather as a person, which makes the difficulties of it very, very unique, because it's not someone you can reason with or try to deal with, or if they're super duper evil, it doesn't mean like, boom, kill the antagonist, everything's good. The weather is gonna weather. The earth is gonna do what it's gonna do. So it'd be very kind of fun and interesting to see what that final arc will look like. Anyway, I don't want to blather on too long. My voice is kind of going a little bit, and I have to go to bed really soon because tomorrow I have work and I have to get up really early. Anyway, we are about to dive into episode 8. Again, howling, maddening, screaming. If you're watching on YouTube, there's no sound, partial, translucent image, keeps the copyright monsters mostly at bay. If you want to see a pic version, I have a link below. So you can click on that. It leads to a website that's free. But if you can't for some reason watch on that website, maybe it's not available in your country, you can do a follow along if you like. Anyway, without further ado, let's dive right in. Oh. she's encouraging them to get a nice like suntan and feel beautiful warmth. That would be hard to do. Like the warmth of all of it, and yeah, it's really cool. Cool. That's so cute. Oh my god. Did you see the way Shiraz had her? She's like so worried. Oh my gosh. I like how our two short idiots, like we're gonna fall off, the taller brunettes like grabbed him back. The way Shiraz like grabbed her on the throat, she did not want her falling. Yeah, they're on their way. They're on their way. There's no going around. I know, it's really cool. A little terrifying. It is big, and it's funny, and it's an interesting thing to wrap your head around. Of just like yeah. I'll talk about it a little bit later in a second. Nice. Place for the universe. A story that leads into the Arctic. To the Oh, so for a second I thought it was like the actual. Is it the? I think it's the actual girl singing. Is it the actual girl singing, or not? Maybe not. Actually, I think it might be. I never realized this. I think it's the girl singing. Is it? Just let me know. Anyway, what I was saying. Oh, I forgot my line of thought. Shoot. Oh, yeah. It is crazy how terrifyingly big the world is. Like that, you kind of have to accept this thing where like there is so much of the world you will never see. Even if you travel all around the world starting at the age of really young, you will never see every bit of world, either because it's way too dangerous and you could actually die going there, or because it's just not possible. The world is so huge you can never see all of it. So it's a little frustrating, and kind of like the idea like I love to read. So the idea there's so many books in the world that there are some that I would want to read but never will get to read. It's like, it's so frustrating. And that's how life is, you know. The world is just so big. Oh, Kimberly got sick. Yep. One person. Why is she so close to the camera? Oh, she's practicing. Ooh. The waves were gonna get pretty rough. We're in the open ocean. That girl was a mess. That's really cool, actually. It's a really big team. Nice. You gotta knock. Oh. I guess the other girls put that up there. High school girls rooms. You gotta knock. Yeah, peeling potatoes. Oh, careful. Oh, again, I guess. So there is a Japanese thing where if somebody's talking to you, you sneeze. Talking about you, they sneeze. Oh, be careful. Dang. Oh, they're all sitting down now. No, because you're gonna lose a lot of potato meat that way. And that, yeah. Really? Interesting. Oh, and her looks really nice. Training per minute counterclockwise. Well, that's good. So about for 4 hours, they need to get exercise. Interesting how he said counterclockwise. Maybe because of how the ocean is, or because it lets them know exactly where everybody is. Ah, I see. Interesting. Never thought about that. That's cool to see how they have to train. That's really, really cool. So you gotta be really physically fit, or fairly physically fit to go on these expeditions. They're gonna get tired so quickly. Interesting how you can see most of the girls who are in school have their height. No. She going too fast? What'd she just do? Ah, she's going too fast. She ran out of breath. She doesn't have to go fast. She just has to be able to last a long time. But I like how all the 3 girls who are in school, who have school tracksuits, and then Hinata, who's not in school, does not. Because their stamina is much better. Well, with one exception. Even she can run that fast. She has to. What are those 5-pounders? I probably feel like it. That's cool. What's the music? Oh no, somebody has a bald spot under their head. Ooh. Yeah, they're not cutting their hair. Don't touch it. I never thought about that. Food. Nice. You're playing around, you goober. We'll see. Ooh, look at a little pile of rice. Oh, Shiraz. Is she okay? Oh. Yeah, poor thing. Yeah. They'll learn. They'll get adjusted. They'll be okay. That's true. They had no choice. Oh no. Don't throw up in the laundry. Don't throw up in the laundry. No, pausing. Ah. When using the toilet, turn this valve counterclockwise to flush. After flushing, please close the valve. Wow, it's very okay, cool. Again, the way the boat is, things have to be very, very specific. Very, so like counterclockwise. So righty tighty, lefty loosey, so lefty loosey. Never mind. So yeah, everything's very, very particular on the ship, and I wonder if they told them they have to run counterclockwise that day because of how the waves are, and then if the waves are a certain other way, they'll have to go clockwise. So I wonder if the waves dictate which way they have to run. That was kind of cute to see the guy when he saw the pretty brunette. He was like, he definitely adjusted his timing. I think it's really cool, and it's cool to see just how many people are on that ship. Now, most of that is the ship's crew, not the researchers, so it'll probably die down a little bit when they actually get to Antarctic. They'll probably only have some of those individuals, not all of them. Most of them are the ship crew, not necessarily the Antarctic crew. But it is cool to see kind of the difficulty, and it makes sense again when you guys, like, there's no higher staff, there's no higher cleaning. You have to do a little bit of everything. You have to all be cooks and cleaners and dishwashers and launderers and all of that, because there is no staff. You have to do those things yourself. So, and of course, because it's a difficult terrain, you have to be physically fit for it. There's there's no getting around that. So yeah, it's a great privilege, but it's also a hard and difficult journey to get through. So it's not easy, which is really cool to see that. And it's cool to see it from the perspective of not only young teenagers, but also people who just aren't aware. And even when they kind of made the comment, oh, she looks like a scientist, that even the really nerdy people, like, you have to have a certain level of stamina. So it's cool to see them work out. It was kind of cute because of like what Hinata was doing, is that Shiraz was getting weaker and weaker. And all Hinata probably was doing was probably just gently touching her. She probably wasn't even pushing it so that hard, and Shiraz had to she had to kind of, to add more tension, she had to kind of push against Hinata to get farther up. So, gosh, it kind of reminds me. So, I have not worked out since I've gotten here, and I'm hit the 3-week mark. So, after 3 weeks, if you don't work out, you start losing muscle mass. So, I'm losing muscle mass. So, I have to kind of rework my schedule and figure out a way. There is a kind of a mini gym down below, and kind of rework my schedule and figure out how to utilize that gym. So that way I can actually maintain some muscle mass and not lose all of the muscle mass that I've most of what I've gained. So it's important for me to kind of learn to actually utilize that gym, especially the weights that they do have. It's going to be interesting. So I realized that. I was like, oh, I really need to get into gear and start actually exercising to a degree. Because if I don't, I'm gonna lose a lot that I've gained. But it's really cool to see. Actually, it's really fun. So let's keep going. Press and play now. Oh. They all have gotten sick. Yeah, they'll get used to it. They probably ate too much. They're not used to the rocking. Yeah, it kind of hits you like that. No one did. She's right. like how Shimas is like, okay. Okay. She's trying to will her way through this. Of course, Shirasa would. She's amazing like that. Hopefully they grabbed a little bit less food than last time. Oh my gosh, look at them. They look awful. Yuzuki. They might feel better if they actually walk around. Laying down might actually help. You're gonna have to, buddy. There's semicircular canals or bus. That's cool. Clockwise. You might want to get up. But pay attention, they said clockwise, not counterclockwise. At least go outside, get some fresh air. That'll definitely help. Yeah. Being outside does feel much better. Being inside is not good for seasickness. That's really cool. Deep sea, so yeah. Yeah, keep moving. Self-destructed. Yeah. I don't like her. Whoa. She's very irritating and a little scary. The howling 40 degrees. Why is she screwing with them like this? She's trying to get their minds off of being seasick. Yeah. So things get in the way. It's really cool actually to show. Yeah, there's a lot of just ocean. Can really, really rough up that water. So this is actually pretty easy for them. Oh no. So this is actually easy sailing for them compared to what is to come. Oh, there it is. Ooh, that big, nasty, scary ocean. And of course, the captain, they're excited. They're like, yes! Like, that's what makes it exciting for them. Oh, dang. Yuzuki is just like in her pillow. Oh no. Poor Shirasa. Yeah. It's crazy to think how, like, the degrees, they're way bigger than you think. Like, way, way bigger. Ooh. That's terrifying. Yuzuki is just, like, face plant in the... Oh, ow. Ow. Dang. Yuzuki is just, like, face plant in the ocean. Wow. That's terrifying. Y'all, we'll make it. takes a while to get used to it, baby. They're not used to it. It's kind of land creatures. No, they don't. And also, they were just like them, too. It's true. Oh, that's cool how she kind of flipped it there. My eyes are starting to hurt, so I'm gonna put these glasses on. That was anticlimactic. Oh, careful, girls. Freaking out, that smallest of them all is on the bottom. Oh, I missed that. I like these little voice vocal effects. It's cute. Not now. Not right now. No. No, it's dangerous out there. Oh my gosh, no, 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 no. Go back in, go back inside. It's so dangerous. Go back inside. Like, I know the girls will be fine and they'll get to Antarctica, but they need to go back inside. It is too dangerous out there. If a big wave come over, they can be taken off and die. They need to get back inside. Oh my gosh. Seawater. Get inside! Okay. Laughter's over. Get inside, get inside, get inside, get inside. I am so stressed for them right now. I mean, they're having fun. Well, it seems they got their sea legs now. Oh, thanks. No, they are far from land. This was beautiful and terrifying, isn't it? Do they see him? Oh, ice! They see ice! Cool. That's really cool. Well, icebergs. Dang. Now they have the very danger of going through the ice to get to where they need to be. Cool. Nice. Well, I had a little bit of a hiccup where apparently my computer ran out of space. So unfortunately, I had to spend a little bit of time cleaning it out and transferring things to external hard drives, which means I have to end it for the night. I was actually planning on doing another music video reaction recording and also doing another anime reaction, but it is 9:30 and I had to get up in bed at 5 a.m. So I also have some cleaning to do and some lunch packing to do. So I'm like, oh man, I can't really get as much as I've done. I keep forgetting that things take longer to record than I think they do. Keep forgetting that. Probably should have prioritized some different kinds of reactions since I'm recording on a Sunday and it's coming out Thursdays, but whatever. Anyway, I just adore this series. I'm so glad I like watching Layback Camp and this one back to back because this was a little bit less fluffy than the other show, but they're so similar in terms of vibes that it's like perfect to watch them kind of one after the other. 8899 and stuff like that. But this is really sweet. I was really terrified for them. I was like, go inside, those waves are huge, you can like get yanked off the boat and die. But obviously that's not going to happen to them. They have to get to Antarctica. The girls are going to be all right. Yeah, Yori Moi partners. Okay, let's talk about this very, very cute anime. Ooh, flowers. Oh, that's I think, is that the pretty lady that's holding that? Or is that Shirase? It was like the pretty lady because of the boots. Okay, let's talk about the show. It was fun to see all of them kind of just get used to everything, get their sea legs, get used to the intense waves, and even then it was interesting that they were, it was cool to see that the major waves was what kind of allowed them to kind of be like, get their sea legs and be okay. So I kind of really enjoyed seeing that. It was really, really cute. I do super enjoy this series. It is adorable. This episode was actually a bit more educational than some of the previous ones when they talked about the sea and the currents and all that. Also, the fact that Shirase says a lot of it kind of again shows how much research she's been doing into the trip. Because she has been preparing this ever since her mom disappeared / probably definitely died. Which is unfortunate, but kind of how it is. But this show is a lot of fun. It's cute. It's adorable. It's cool. It's very funny, and it is kind of cool because it is kind of educational in a way. I think that's what's funny about a lot of these anime series, especially Layback Camp and the others, is that it's educational, but it's like sneaky educational, where the plot and all of that comes first. And the little educational tidbits come in between moments or come in support of moments. This episode was very, very cute, but we are entering in kind of being episode 8, we're entering 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We're entering to the last 5 episodes. So if there's going to be any angst or other stuff, I think it's going to come a little bit later, as well as I'm sure Shirase will eventually get answers to what really happened with their mom and kind of what happened that day, which is sort of, sad, but it is what it is. Anyway, this has been a really fun anime. I have so much to do tonight. I should have done some other stuff like laundry and things earlier in the day, but I totally forgot about it. So I'm like, I got things to do. I especially have to really work on getting some stuff recorded and figuring out, replanning out some of my schedule because I'm going to be away for next weekend and we'll be back home visiting for a bit, which means I'm not going to be recording anything when I go back home. So I definitely need to make sure that I am on top of things for sure. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, share with your enemies, and I'll see you next time.